All right, guys, we are here with TJ Defalco after the U.S.'s incredible 3-2 win over Cuba. And TJ, you guys were rolling for 2 sets, and then they turned on their game, and they really started putting on the pressure. What was the difference for you guys in that 5th set coming down 8-4?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that we want to try to keep amongst our team for this tournament especially is staying focused the entire time. And for the first 2 sets, we were very focused, and then I think we lost a little bit of that focus. And a team like this, who has some wild arms that can just rip balls, it doesn't work so well. We lost a little bit of that focus.
Yeah, that might have been the best match I've watched all summer, and it's a NORCECA championship pool play game. I think that means a lot to elevate this tournament, just to kind of elevate the level of North American volleyball. Was that as fun for you to participate in as it was for us to watch?
Oh man, playing matches like that is equally good and bad, because you're in the mix. You know, all the emotions are flowing. But man, matches like that are what make the sport of volleyball so much fun.
In that 4th set, how many points did TJ have? 8, I think.
8 points in that fourth.
8 points in a set is ridiculous.
With 2 big blocks on Herrera. Did you know, was that kind of a moment that you realized, hey, like I need to shut him down here, or was that just kind of you were just caught up in the process of the match?
Well, I mean, the original scouting report is him and the other outside, him and Lopez.
Yeah.
If you can stop either one of them, you're in a good spot for the match. So the fact that it came in the 4th set is a little underwhelming. But that, I mean, from the very beginning, that was one of our goals, was to try to stop Herrera.
How about the serving and serve reception battle in that game? Both of your teams were just ripping balls from the baseline, and I thought both teams played unbelievable in serve reception and defense. Like the offenses were nuts. But what was it like for you, both in serving mentality and in reception mentality?
Yeah, I mean, like with guys like Lopez coming up and hitting the ball at 80 plus miles an hour is just ridiculous to try to prepare for. And then especially if a guy, he has such a good cut too.
Right.
You got to be prepared for both of them. It's pretty gnarly, because you're like, oh, he cut the last 2. Is he going to bomb this one? He bombed the last 2. Is he going to cut this one?
Yeah.
You know, it gets into a wild set of mindsets with all that. But then also Herrera, thankfully for us, he didn't have a very good serving night tonight.
True. That thing moves really so far sideways when he puts it in.
He can really rip the ball, and if he gets a hold of it, it's a lot of trouble for a lot of teams in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for you, there was that one play. Was it in the 4th or was it in the 5th? The 4th, Rob, where you got the block, it went through your arms, you immediately fell and brought it back up. Was that just like a bang-bang play? And then,
so you did the same thing at VNL in the final. It was either like Italy or Poland. I can't remember which game. You like block touched the ball, then reacted fast enough to reach outside the ref stand and bring it back. I said on the broadcast, I'm not sure there's another player on the planet who can make that play.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, it's just mostly just a heads-up play. Bang, bang, heads up. Thankfully, I keep my eyes open where I can see where the ball kind of went, and then I just reacted to it.
So, are you guys aware, going into a match like that, of the significance of it and of the consequences? Because you lose that 5th set, you're playing tomorrow, and then you have a much more difficult semifinal if you win tomorrow. Now, as the group winners, you have tomorrow off and probably a much easier semifinal on Saturday. Are you guys aware of that?
Coming into this match, we weren't really aware much of anything beyond just this match, and so that's our main focus, is just preparing for tonight. I'm sure that there's little talks here and there, a rumor mill going around of what would happen if we were to lose, but I mean, our biggest preparation, or our biggest mindset is just to prepare for this match.
How big is that preparation and just this match in general for what's to come in a few weeks at the end of, basically at the beginning of October with the Olympic qualifications?
Yeah, all these matches are a great testing ground for us to try to refine things, but then also try out some new things here and there. You know, we're going to throw out a new lineup, and we're going to try to find some different rhythm with some different guys, and give a lot of guys chances to get the real volleyball match feel. Because I mean, our ultimate goal for the summer is the Olympic qualifier, because that's the biggest, highest possible thing we're going to try to prepare for. But of course, every match matters. But we're just trying to find our groove, and we've had 5-6 weeks training block for this tournament, which has been great. But we're just trying to put it all together.
Well, we got that high-level feel just now. That was seriously, I think that was as good of a NORCECA match as I've ever seen. Like, it's been a while since all the teams have brought all the guys to an event like that. It reminds me of when you were kind of leading the next generation team in 2019 against Cuba. Pretty similar event and some similarly good matches. This was electric, and I was just happy to be a part of it. I hope that you were too, because that was awesome.
Yeah, I'm still blown away from that
Me
match.
too.
I'm a little bit speechless. How's the vibe on the team with the guys right now? It looks like you guys are just meshing.
Yeah, one of the nice things about having such a long training block is that we're able to spend all day, for weeks and weeks at a time together. And so now we've really found our groove with our on the court and off the court personalities, and kind of meshing that all together has been really nice for us.
Okay, great. Now, tomorrow you guys get a day off. You're going to be playing the winner of...
I think it's Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico.
Yeah. What do you guys do tomorrow to get ready for that match on Saturday?
We try our best to get rest and recovery, as it's now 9:50 p.m. And then we have lifting and practice tomorrow morning.
Oof.
Yeah.
So
It's not an easy week.
No rest for the wicked.
So
eh?
speaking of recovery, go get started, and please go grab Mr. Eric Shoji and bring him to us. I think
Appreciate
he's interested in the
Great
chat.
match, man,
Thank you,
tonight.
guys. Thank you.
Great job, TJ. That was awesome. Thanks, bud.